we tune into our intuition, the more we meditate, the more we are connecting. And when things are not clear, we talked about going into flow. Take up a goal, going into the flow, and then see where we end up. If we are able to transcend time and space when we are going into the flow. But that's physically doing it. And then before we even do physically, let's recollect what Shreyans Dagaji said. Emotional vibration. Can create an emotional empire. So when we take up that thing into our manifestation, into our visualizations, you're not clear. There are 4 things that you can do. You feel that's going to give you happiness, right? There are 4 things are there. So we take each one into a visualization, feel it. How does it feel to be in that new life? And if you're able to sustain higher emotions in our visualizations, every day you meditate, visualizing, dreaming about that future, because that's a way to create, right? And then first you create it emotionally in the mind. Body does not know whether you're experiencing in the mind or experiencing physically outside. Body does not know. And so we are feeling it here. And then if you're really feeling it, great, then you're going to actually anyway manifest it. If you're not feeling, or a period if your emotions are slowly tapering off, they're dropping off, then you know that it is more of a thing that you're asking because your friend has it, your neighbor has it. People in your environment told you that you must have it. That's why you're asking for it. So having it emotionally, embracing it emotionally, first embrace it emotionally in the energy field, and then take a portion from it, take a small task from it. You want to conquer the world, but start with a village. So you want to conquer a world, conquer the world in an emotional empire, but start with a village, meaning start with a small task, detail enough, right? And then rest of whatever to go to flow, which is basically go into the detail and then go beyond your comfort zone. All that is still valid, right? But put it into a mind movie, visualize it, dream it, go for a few days. If it's about purpose, if you're trying to align to the next 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, what you're going to do something, then it is okay, right? You can definitely emotionally feel it for a few days. Why not? I don't take decisions overnight. Many a times when I'm doing large decisions, I'm sleeping on it, sleeping over it for some time. Definitely 2, 3 months, thinking about it, contemplating on it, and looking for clues, looking for messages. So we are getting it. And so we can visualize it. And then if you are sustaining the feelings, it's great. If you don't, then toss it off and then put something else into the visualization. This works. This must work. Ultimately, our as a meditator, we are becoming sensitive. Definitely, we are becoming sensitive to our feelings, sensitive to our intuition. We are paying very close attention to the people, what they're talking. We're paying close attention to the newspaper. If we're reading, is there something I can take as a message? That books that we are reading, we are definitely making close attention. There is always a life before meditation, life after meditation. There is a clear contrast to life before and life after meditation. Life before, there is not even an idea of even thinking about purpose, but life after there is. Like, just before life before, There's only relationship, and in life after meditation is only friendship. Clear demarcation. So there is this life. And so, most naturally, when we are aligning to a purpose, most naturally, since we are becoming unconditional givers, we are becoming unconditional givers, we are going to get deep feelings when you are going into the visualization about your purpose, whatever that you're taking up. And in your meditations, we're getting deep feelings, feeling great, and you get a heightened emotion, and that is sustained, and you feel so good about it, dear friends, which means that we got to latch on to that because this our consciousness is telling that you're going to be very happy with it. When we get a very good feel good factor, we get a very really good strong feeling in our visualizations. It is an indication that yes, you are going to be happy, and then that is the time we got to act on it. Purpose of life requires us to be brave and then try to align ourselves to these bigger things. We cannot stay quiet because they're too large and I don't want to shake it up. It requires us to go beyond the comfort zone. It requires us to break the routine. It requires us to ask questions. But we are getting that indication when we get deep feelings and we feel really good. For example, when you're meditating, and if you are getting a stronger feeling that wow, I've got into this transcendental experience of becoming one with everybody. I must. When you wake up from the meditation, you're saying that I want to really take this to my close circle of friends. But then you got to act on it. We have to act on this, dear friends. Mere thank you is not sufficient. I can tell you that much. Because meditation is helping us move into a creative mode as soon as we start. From survival, it moves to a creative mode. So anyone who starts on meditation readily is quickly seeing a good amount of benefit, whether it is a health issue, whether it is some relationship issue, things are going to get very quickly get better because it wants you to move to creative mode than get dogged by this pain, that suffering, that lack of finances, of this and that. Because when you're survival mode, we don't have any time to create and do newer things, right? When you're in survival, you don't have energy to create. You can't think love while somebody is like pushing you towards a corner. So you got to fix that, isn't it? You can't think donation if you don't have enough basics for every day. So what meditation is doing is matching your intention, and then initially it immediately moves into creative mode by taking care of a certain things that are really going to have holding you back individually. Suddenly that cash flow might come. Suddenly that person is going to start behaving great. Suddenly your pain vanishes. A lot of things are going to happen to move us immediately into creative mode so that we can actually work on our greater future for ourselves. Work on our sadhana, practice, read, so that the more you read, the more you meditate, that you become more aware to catch those messages about saying, yes, I feel so good about it, I want to teach. We got to teach. I want to take it, I want to pick up the phone call and then call people. It cannot be an experience just for the meditation and then you go off and then go back to do what you're doing. We got to take action, dear friends. We have to take action because we are getting constantly messages all the time. You moved in, you're given a nice break to go into creative mode to start working. No longer the pain is there, no longer that financial crunch is there. The business sort of moved into a little growth mode, so you are ready. But that's not the time to be complacent and say, aha, so I got my problem solved, so I will not bother about it. But this experience is coming to you because what it's saying is that you got with the message that you're getting, that inspiration you're getting through the meditations, whatever, you got to act on it. If you don't act on it, then you're not going to be very happy very soon. It's a cycle. Both ends are there. The point I'm saying is that we need to take strong actions. We need to take strong actions to change and to align ourselves to the purpose or to the based on the message and indication that we receive. And that strength comes when we are regular about meditation, when we're regular about reading or enhancing our knowledge, then we get more and more strength to take actions. We must take it. May thank you at the end of a session. Moving on, well, keep us a bit stagnant in a stagnation because we are constantly move ourselves up by learning and learning and learning. And then naturally you have more strength to take decisions. Dear friends, today business day. Thank you, Lawrence. We had great sharing by myself, Escala, and then of course my dear friend Suresh too was there. So both of them did excellent sharing. Let's go into meditation. And by the time we finish meditation, we have these two wonderful business leaders who are long-term practitioners of meditation, both of them. Long-term practitioners. And one is an entrepreneur, highly successful, built up a business to more than 1,000 plus people, got it acquired by a company. Now today runs an India division for them. And another one is a very successful vice president from IBM who is running their CSR program. But great speakers, lots of experience. So let's listen to them. Before that, let's go into meditation. For those of you who are new, we are practicing breath mindfulness meditation, Anapanasati. Our goal is to empty our mind. When we have these thousands of thoughts in our mind, we cannot have clarity because there's so much clutter. So when we observe our breath, take any point in the nose, preferably here, and then when you observe your breath, slowly the mind is becoming empty of all thoughts. And as the mind is becoming empty, automatically we start gaining more and more clarity. We are able to latch on to what is most important for us. So the goal of meditation is to empty the mind. With 80% negative thoughts, they're only creating a negative reality and creating stress and hence ill health in the body. When we observe the breath and when we empty our mind, we are gaining that perfect health. We are gaining excellent clarity. We are increasing the power of thought to create whatever that we want to create. So, dear friends, the posture is simple where you're sitting on your chair. Cross your feet at ankle, cross your feet at ankle, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, eyes closed, remove the specs. Three things we do to still the body. Remove the specs, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rest them comfortably in your lap, cross your feet at ankle, and then observe your breath. Take any point on your nose, here, 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 preferably here, because that's where the breath is going to culminate. And then observe that breath is going in, coming out, going in, coming out. And as you observe the breath becomes lighter, shorter, your thoughts are also coming down. While that may happen, but we also most commonly get distracted into thought again. So when you recognize that you're thinking, you're in a thought process, you're just talking, thinking about your office and this and that, that's the time when you recognize that you're in a thought process, come back to observing the breath again. So again, you're observing the breath, a few seconds later, get distracted thought, bring it back again. So keep doing this, dear friends, towards the meditation. Our goal is to be with the breath and slowly, slowly merge into that emptiness. When we experience emptiness in the mind, automatically we experience greater emptiness all around. There is only energy and emptiness all over quantum physics. So when we are empty in the mind of all thought, then we are naturally experiencing greater emptiness of no body, no thing. There'll be guidance. You can follow my guidance. Now, before going into this meditation, we're doing something called heart elevation process where we're going to fill up our heart with and heightened emotions like love, gratitude, compassion, adventure, or kindness, or care by reliving a moment from our life. Wherever you felt in your life of the past, great love for a child, an adventure in nature, or with the friends, you are doing some kind of event where you appreciate each other. So wherever you felt a lot of love or appreciation and gratitude, so recollect an event and then relive it now so that we can experience that emotion in your body. And that's in your heart. That's what we're doing for a few minutes called heart elevation to slow down the brain, to go into the emptiness faster. And then we do anapanasati, a breath mindfulness meditation. I'm going to clearly call out and say, let's switch to that process, and then we can switch to the process. And then finally, we end the meditation with an expressing gratitude. With your eyes closed, dear friends, relax yourself. Your eyes closed. Dear friends,
Dear Masters, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? With that breath energy, breathe more and feel your beautiful heart, that seat of all emotions. Our primary connection into this universe, which is expanding all life with its love energy, with its gratitude energy. Can you feel love, gratitude inside your beautiful heart? Relive a moment from your life of love, of gratitude. Feel more of that love energy, of that gratitude energy, and expand your heart center. We're all connected in this universe. Deep inside, we are specks of energy. Intricately connected with each other. The nature of this universe is to bring coherence and order among all things and everybody, with love, with compassion, with gratitude, appreciation. There is only one life. There is only one heart. you feel the love inside your beautiful heart? Can you become one with all things and everybody? Can you radiate that energy beyond your body onto every being of this planet Earth? Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Feel the love, that gratitude inside you, all around you. Friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap with your eyes closed, specs removed. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We're all going into powerful group meditation. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath. Dear friends, Observe your normal, natural, peaceful in breath and the out breath, dear friends. Our goal is to empty your mind. Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness, our divine self. As we empty your mind, and when we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. Be with your breath. Become one with the in breath and the out breath, dear friends. Meditation is the greatest gift that we give to ourselves. This is, this time is for ourselves. Allow yourself to completely forget everything about yourself and simply observe your natural, normal in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. The more we empty ourselves, the more we allow to receive be with your breath. Become one with the in-breath and the out-breath. And allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as the mind is becoming empty, can you feel that emptiness inside your body? Can you feel energy in any part of your body as you're becoming one with your breath? Can you sense that emptiness all around your body, occupying your room? One with your breath and one with that emptiness, dear friends. Allow yourself to completely become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As you're becoming one with your breath, as your mind is getting empty, can you find that emptiness inside your body? Can you feel that emptiness inside you, all around you? As you're becoming one with your breath, can you become aware of that emptiness going deep inside you, spreading far and wide around you? Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into that emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time. All emptiness is energy. That's energy in the quantum field with unlimited possibility and opportunity. Become aware of that emptiness, of no body, of no thing, of no one, in no place and no time. Allow yourself to go beyond your body, way beyond your life, and merge into this emptiness as no one, as pure awareness. This is the feel of all creation. This is the place of unknown. Allow yourself to stay connected with this emptiness, with this energy. The longer we stay in this unknown, the more open we become to many possibilities in our life. And the more we receive from it. Stay aware of this emptiness as no body and tune in to the abundance of healing energy, mystical energy, miraculous energy, empowerment energy, or whatever that you can become aware of in this field. yourself to merge into your breath and merge into this emptiness, this greater consciousness where everything is connected to everything else. Allow yourself to stay connected to this feel of no body, no thing, and experience everybody and everything. Become that whole again. Go deeper and deeper into yourself. Friends, let's express gratitude. It's an honor and privilege to be living this life at this time of history. Be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection into this universe. Can you be grateful to all your teachers and mentors for expanding our wisdom and knowledge? Be deeply grateful to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, colleagues, everybody, for allowing us to learn so many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, the planets and stars, for being such an integral part of our life, to fill our lives with beauty, mystery, energy, and more. Be grateful to all the things we use, the technology, companies and governments, the places we go, the people who help us. Be grateful to all the challenges in your life that they initiate us into a greatness. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others. Be grateful to this intelligent universe for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Relax your body. Feel your body and relax yourself. And let the autonomous nervous system repair the body. As we relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? What have you experienced? And whenever you're ready, keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes.
Okay, wonderful. Hope you enjoyed the session. We most certainly are gaining that clarity more and more with every session. for sure we are gaining the clarity. With every book and with every meditation session, we have to but gain that clarity. We have to gain that strength towards what we really like to do. So it's great to have us meditate together, dear friends. Once again, thank you all. And we have our two guest leaders who are here to share and as well as to take questions. And so, without losing further time, we'll invite Mercedes Escala, who has been an amazing speaker. I gotten to know her in the morning in the program. And of course, Lawrence introduced, and then Lawrence and she know each other so well. Much an amazing Mercedes. I have to tell you that your sharing was just amazing. I was super impressed. Incredible amount of practice that you have. It comes from your heart. So, Lawrence, please.
Thanks, Chandra. I'm glad you could listen to the story of Meche in the Kailash program. I want to thank her again for coming. But yes, she's a soul friend, and synchronicity worked for us when I was looking for someone to to meet who was meditating and letting me know that I was not alone. Trying to teach, to meditate, and to start something within the workplace. And she has become a really soul friend. We don't talk every morning together, but we talk deep every time we talk to each other. So thank you again, Meche. You have been an inspiration for me since the beginning. And I feel like you are a sister. So I'm so glad to see you here.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you, Chandra, for your kind comments.
We haven't done the introduction yet.
Okay.
We need to do your formal introduction. I request
the formal introduction. Okay, sure,
yeah,
go ahead.
No, of course, you've been fascinating. So, Sheetal, may I request Sheetal to do the intro, please. Please invite Mercedes.
Hello friends, my name is Sheetal. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm very happy to introduce today our guest leader, Mercedes Escala. Mercedes Escala is Peruvian and a meditator. She joined IBM in 1995 in Latin America. Most of her career has been in human resources. She has had role as a HR leader and compensation and benefit leader. She has um, she has had role as an HR leader and compensation leader, benefit leaders. 8 years ago, she moved to US with her family and was responsible for global recognition and compensation in North America and Latin America. As of January 2019, Mercedes has embarked on her new career as a VP of Corporate Citizenship Initiatives, bringing together two of her passions, making a social impact and driving employees to find purpose on what they do. Mercedes is a mother of Gabriel, a teenager, and she lives with her husband, Gustavo. Both of them are Chileans and enjoy Peruvian food. Let us all welcome Mercedes today.
Thank you so much, Chita. Thank you so much for that warm welcome. Well, and again, thanks to Laurence and Chandra for the invitation. Yesterday, I had the honor and the pleasure to be part of a similar group, and it was a truly lovely experience. It had everything. It had emotions, it had giving back, it had connection, and above all, it had this deep finding space of peace and gratitude. So I'm very grateful for being part of that. Let me share with you my story and how meditation became part of my day-to-day. Many years ago, like 14 years ago, I had started my journey as a mother, a journey that had taken a while to become a reality. So as I was embarked in being a mother and also being a professional, wanting to succeed in many spaces in my life, wanting to be a good wife, wanting to be there were many shoulds. I should be this person. I should be this great mother. I should be this great professional. And as I was looking for it, I actually decided to work with me. And I was very, very lucky. And Laurence mentioned something that I am a true believer, which is synchronicity. I actually went to a therapist, and that therapist, who somebody had recommended, just, I shared a little bit of what I was looking for, and she was a huge, huge meditation practitioner. And she said, if you don't mind, let's switch gears. Let's move from my traditional practice. Would you be open to meditating? And that's how my journey started. It was a fabulous experience. She is a huge meditator in Chile, huge. And she's done many, many, many things for many, actually, for some family members in my house too. So it was just this beginning, no, of connecting with myself. And one of the important things that I learned from the very beginning is the importance of doing or taking small steps. And what I always say, ridiculously small, even if it's a minute a day, it is just that start. It's just like building that muscle of continuing a practice. It helps you in many ways. The achievement of something, even if it's small, gives you back, allows you to set the platform for the next one, because you will like to be that person that starts to build a practice that becomes more robust. She taught me a lot of different things about meditation and what being mindful would mean to my life. And some things happened fairly quickly. I didn't need to be through a long time of practicing. Feeling that space where you are with yourself just enlightens a lot of what you're going to do. So I started feeling that I wanted more. I wanted more of that peace. I wanted more of that space. I wanted more of feeling quiet. And I am a super chatty person, and I have a lot of energy. Like I consider myself like a doer. I'm always doing, I'm always creating. But the blissfulness of being with me, that stillness, that was a gift. And I started thinking of that exactly like that, as a gift. So I wanted more of that gift. And I started thinking, how can I factor this in my day to day? So yes, I do, my sitting meditation, and I love the music, and I love the smell. I found that I connected very much with smell, because as I always say to people, you have to meditate with all your senses. So I started building that nice space, but I said, I want more. I want this to be part of my day. I want this to be something that's ingrained in me in different ways. And I started connecting two things. I am a Catholic, and I've been praying since I've been very young, the rosary. My grandmother taught me to pray the rosary every day, and I love it. It has nothing to do with religion and church structures and all that. It's just being there for a connection that for me gives me so much. So I said, I could do both in the same space. It's just different flavors of this. And I started to expand that practice. One thing that this journey has taken me into is knowing myself better. So I started to feel things differently, to understand why I did things. And believe me, silence whispers. When you're in silence, silence whispers. Creative thoughts come by. You can feel things differently. I found myself just creating, and I thought of myself as a non-creator. In my introduction, you must have listened that I was a compensation, and I am a compensation expert. All numbers, hard things, data. I always thought of myself to be non-creative. Actually, I'm very creative. And meditation and mindfulness has taken me to that space. I am very creative. I've created a lot of things. I've been able to think of things that I have never thought I could just by finding that space and building my practice. I've been embarked in this journey of being a leader, no? And I have a very clear definition of what my leadership and what my intention is when I became a leader. I really want to provide people the space to shine. And the way I can do this is by my practice. My practice is based on gratitude. And above all, of being a compassionate leader. I want to ask the right questions. I want to be in the place for my people. I want to help others believe in themselves. I want them to bloom. I want to find that space where they can be their best. And I can only do that by practicing mindfulness and meditation, allowing me to be there for them, to be there for others. I'm lucky that I can work in a place where I can combine both of my passions, finding purpose, people, and this has allowed me to really bring that to the table in a big corporation that sometimes it's not easy. But yesterday I shared something with the team. I feel like I'm not alone, first of all. We have a big number of mindfulness leaders in IBM, which is great. Laurence was one of those true gems, and I also feel very connected with her by the soul. But sometimes I go into places where I'm the only one, and it's okay. I am the one that will drive the energy. I'm the one that will change that energy in that meeting. I will be the one asking the questions that will spark compassion, that will let people see things differently. Sometimes when I guide meditation or when I am doing some mentoring and coaching, I always tell people, think of how you want to see life. What is the lens that you're going to put to watch your day? Mine is gratitude, full on gratitude. Everything that happens to me, I have to find a place where I can see the gratitude, even of the things that are not good. I have to find that place. Sometimes it's not easy, but I find the space to find it. It could be my meditation, it could be just saying a prayer, but I have to find that space of gratitude. That's how I have decided to look at my day. But everybody has that decision. This is why I say it's important to put that intention out. And as leaders, as family members, as peers, as friends, how do you want to see your life, your day? It's compassion, it could be servant leadership, it could be whatever your intention is. But find that, go into yourself, ground yourself, start that journey to really find that space. I see this just as the start. And I remember Laurence telling me that, we should meditate a minute for one of your years of age. I don't know how to say it well in English, but I'm 53 and I should be meditating 53 minutes. Actually, I thought that was huge. But, then I was like, maybe meditating 30 minutes. Well, let me tell you now, I meditate 1 hour and I feel I need some more sometimes. And I'm grateful. I've been able to shield a piece of my day. I wake up at 5. I'm an early bird. I wake up at 5 and between 5, 8, 5 and 9, I do not start working. I do everything that builds my day. It's meditation, it's my prayer, it's journaling because now I want to write. So I've been writing things. It's working on my projects, the things that give me, and my change, the way I've embraced the day has changed so much. I start my day at 9, I'm full on, but full on with that lens, the lens and the intention that I want. And that's my story. That's how I embraced meditation. And I hope you enjoyed my story, and I invite you to take that journey. It's full of bliss.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mercedes. That's just amazing. Your conviction with which you say, sometimes you are the only person in that room, and you know that you're going to drive that energy of the room and that energy among everybody for a right outcome. That's very well said. Very, very well said. Thank you so much. And I know Lawrence and you had spent quite a bit of time, and then I think you've done a lot of supported each other in promoting this in the corporates. It's a great to see both of you here sharing, Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot to add to this, but you know what Miche has been working on, and when she said she's very, very creative, is beside what she's working between 5 and 9 in the morning for, you know, giving back to a lot of people outside of the workplace. But in the workplace, she has been driving programs to provide the learning, the teaching about mindfulness and meditation to hundreds of thousands of children and students. And she has been going through all, you know, the journey, whatever she was told, she kept going, and she achieved that, you know, leading with all of her energy. So she's really not only promoting, but found a way to teach in a very,
Yes.
very big way. So that's also a great accomplishment. And all of this came from the inside and the ability of providing energy and gratitude.
Yes, it's
Thank you.
been a great journey. It's been great. And in the times of COVID, I feel very proud because actually we launched a program with teachers and students, providing a meditation for free and guiding them in that journey. And it's been fantastic response. Like they have just embraced this, the need for this space, and really driving this as part of a corporation. People at the beginning were not too convinced, but I managed to convince some. I had a very generous and very open leader that supported me. And you know what? It's done. It's done, and it's just there for everybody to embrace. I can only see that growing. So yes, I feel very, very proud of the work I did with a great partner. Patrick is a great partner in IBM that has been with me through all this journey, and we've done great things and more to come.
Thank you.
Wonderful, Mercedes. You know, as you talk about it, we are very, very quite a bit encouraged. This quarter, we took up taking up. You know, our goal is to reach out to the leaders and aspiring leaders, right? Leaders have a lots of resources, the man, material, time, everything is there. They can influence, and so most certainly we want to introduce this, and we are doing it. That's also the result of why this program is there. But however, aspiring leaders. So just in the last 3 months, about 5,000 graduating students have gone through a 3 week program, right? A 3 week meditation program. All our programs are long duration so that they really make it a habit, right? So that's what we're driving for. And we have huge plans for next year to do it at least, if not 100-fold, at least 50-fold. We're making plans to reach out. So many institutions are interested in getting their graduating students go through this, so that as they step out of their colleges, they're finishing their degree, their post grad, and as they step out, they're ready to embrace a world with a totally different approach. So that's our plan. And at some point, I'm sure Lawrence is going to keep you updated of what we're doing.
Yeah, we have already talked about that. So we have ideas that will come up to partner.
Yes. You know, it's just India alone has 37 million graduating students, right? I think, Lawrence, you know this stats. 37 million graduating students that are coming out of colleges every year. So that's a huge number that, I think, very easily. And the best part is, Lawrence, please do share our research survey. When at the end of 3 weeks of the program, these aspiring leaders, I mean, they are 98% of them found that they feel now they're a lot more confident in their life, they're a lot more positive about their approach to their life. 98%, not even, I mean, this everybody practically have gone through and said now they're a different personality after 3 weeks of this program, right? It's such an amazing, because they would do everyday practice a 30-minute meditation, and they're learning a lot of new science, and then empowering themselves, right? I think so. That's what is happening. So amazing set of results we see, and I mean they are divine. I mean they hardly have stuff in their mind, easy to reprogram, and then they're ready to go, right? So with the same age thing, they only need to meditate for 18 to 20 minutes a day. 20 years old, so that's all you have to meditate, right? So they're able to get more than that, and they're transforming. That's great. Thank you. And thank you so much. And then we'll have questions to her, friends. So she'll be there after we finish, after listening to our next leader, Mr. Suresh Kalburgi. He's been a long-term meditator, a close friend of, certainly most close friend to me, and has been someone who is teaching actively, just the way myself is doing in the corporates. And Suresh is introducing to his companies as well as to he teaches regularly, also in Pyramid Valley. So Suresh, thank you for joining, taking time. And
Thank you.
yes, and I request Sheetal to introduce Suresh, please.
Sir. I'm very happy to introduce our another guest leader today, Suresh Kalburgi. Suresh Kalburgi, an electronics engineer, is currently the CEO of CTDI India, a wholly owned subsidiary of $2 billion CTDI USA. He is currently leading a large team of 1,200 people and is responsible over 240 crore revenue. Earlier, he was the co-founder and MD of Digicom India, which was acquired by Regenesis UK 3 years ago. Founded in 1993 with an initial investment of US 16 with 4 college mates, and he grew the business of Digicom to 1,000 member strong organization supporting IT and telecom industry. Earlier, he co-founded Digicom India with 4 college mates and grew it to the 1,000 members strong organization supporting an IT and telecom industry. Seeking spirituality started quite early in 1996 with the Siddha Samadhi Yoga group. In the initial days of his spiritual journey, Mr. Suresh explored Silva mind control, quantum jumping, remote viewing, and Reiki 2 degrees. Realizing the immense benefit of Mr. Suresh has been practicing meditation since 2009. He regularly teaches meditation at various companies and educational institutions. He is a specialist on teaching body, mind, soul concepts with meditation. Let us all welcome Suresh today to hear more from him.
Thank you, Sheetal, and thank you, Chandrasekhar, for giving me this opportunity. And I really am inspired by the way you started this program, and the way you are pulling people, particularly leaders, and some of the most elite crowds, and then transforming them into becoming meditators and spiritual explorers. Because that's something which can in turn cascade or compound into drawing or pulling millions of people into self-exploration mode and spiritual practices, right? So it's really amazing, and I'm really truly blessed to be here as part of this forum, and I'm really lucky to be a part of your friendship group, right? So thank you very much again. And so it's all great to have friends on the same ground there. I remember, right, how I started journey somewhere in 2009 and 10, particularly in meditation, right? So I was in Bangalore, then I was in Singapore as a CEO, a joint CEO of Indian entity, as well as a joint venture what we started in Singapore. So I was in 2010, I was there. But since I started meditation in 2009, right, I was searching for looking at where I can find the meditation center. So I could find one center which was just recently started by Pyramid Spiritual Societies under the leadership of Shashidhar Reddy. So I went there and then learned pyramid meditation the first time somewhere in 2010. Before that, I was practicing Vipassana mode of meditation. But in 10, I just for the first time I sat under a pyramid and I meditated. It was really I would say it was a complete transformation, and I could sense a flood of energies through my body, and then the whole body starts shaking up, and there's a unbearable sense of energy and blissful feeling that I got it. And then I became something like more like a drunkard, looking for more and more out of this now. Like say you get a drug addict, so you start looking for where I can find more of this, and then where I can find more of beer or wine, or like how you start drinking, right? So say it is something similar to like that for me, where I was away from my family. Like 3 weeks I used to be in Singapore, 1 week back in Bangalore. Uh, and then I caught up with friends, and we used to meditate somewhere in the whole night in full moon nights, and then new moon nights. We used to go to monasteries and meditate together in groups. But it so happened that I started meditating the whole night for the entire period where I was there, starting from 10 in the night after I finished all my job, and then catching up with Indian folks, catching up with Singapore business. And I used to meditate from something like 10 in the night and meditate till 5:30 in the morning, non-stop. I would take a break. And that whole year was my year of transformation. I would say it was a rebirth of myself. As Suresh, how I was before, and how I transformed after that period. Right, I would say it's like a night and a day difference. It's like a sky and earth sort of a transformation. And whatever I was before, like everything is because of someone else doing this problem, and everyone needs to be accused, or I'm good for my success, but all failures are because of someone else, right? So this whole journey turned upside down for me. So I could sense whatever we read in books, right? The activation of chakras, the emotional and physical and spiritual growth, self-awareness, or we call it the so-called enlightened approach to life, right? So that's how it all changed for me. And something else inspired me, right? When I went into this tremendous transformation and high energy fields occupying my body and mind, I also started experimenting something on myself physically also, like, something like foodless living. I wanted to be a breatharian. I was inspired by Akahi and Camila, who teaches breatharian methods. And then I had met Jasmohin in India, who doesn't eat food from 93. So I thought, why not try out something, right? And then since then, that whole year, like I used to live on something like 2 million a week, right? So I was like very hefty, something like struggling about 90 kilos of weight, and I was wondering how to reduce my weight. So I could effortlessly bring down my weight and bring that to a perfect BMI, and no treadmill, no exercise, no yoga, no gym, and things like that, right? So I can climb up any hill, or I can walk any length, and then having 2 meals a day, and then not sleeping throughout the nights, maybe 1 hour, 2 hour rest, and get back to the office. So that's how I lived, and that whole year was like, exploring myself. What is in me, and what's there in my energy levels. Where's the energy coming from? Where's my physics working from? What is nutrition? What is the protein? What is vitamin? What is all this thing about, right? So then a lot of things started coming from within, right? So I could effortlessly move from eating to non-eating habits. Like I can take some food on the plate, and on this moment I can decide that I don't have to eat, I can drop off from eating. So this free and effortless decision making, right? And the whole day I used to be very blissful in the office and work very hard, and be with the colleagues and everything. So we didn't really fall short of energies, right? Whether it is food or no food, right? So it was just about empty stomach. Either you fast or starve. So I could switch on my mindset from starving to fasting, right? So fasting gives us energy. It gives us a lot of energies to detox my body, and then channelize whatever I have within myself, and also the cosmic energy that I could get from meditation, right? I could nourish my body. I was perfectly healthy, but just that, I would transform my body from a very heavy sense to just about the BMI, right? So, and then I started healing myself. Like I had gone through Reiki sessions, right? So no doctor, no medication was my way of living. And that's how that was my year of transformation in 2010. And since then, I've been very keen explorer and experimenting on my mind and body concepts. So that's when I was inspired to start the body, mind, soul sessions and workshop. Because being an engineer from background, like I've gone through 7 years of technical education, and I could experiment quite a lot on my body and mind, the power of intention, the naturally getting into compassion mode, and then feeling that everything happens because of me, and I'm center of my universe. I attract what I want. So these are all something that just happening in front of me, right? I can sense that anything that I wanted is just coming, just the mere using thought power, and everything manifests. This is something which I'm living as a reality now. But that age was a great year of exploration. Now, since then, right, I live more like a 1 meal a day or maximum a breakfast and a snack in the evening. That's how I've been living. And it has given me quite a lot of independence. Like when I travel, I'm a very strict vegetarian. I was a very hardcore non-vegetarian prior to this, and then I became a vegetarian by choice. And I would consume a lot of eggs and a lot of highest consumer of meat in my family. So I could seamlessly or effortlessly turn myself into a vegetarian diet, and apart from that, I could switch to non-eating or fasting or eating without any effort, without any trouble or difficulty, right? And then practicing all this, no medicine and self-healing has given me a lot of empowerment and independence at my personal space and the office space. There are many experiences. So this is just a few experiences that I thought I can share. And of course, anything that happens, whether it is a headache or a wound or a broken bone or a severe injury, or I had gone through dengue fever myself, and everything I could transition without, I could heal without any medication, and just being with myself and connecting to the source and myself as a soul, and healing, and programming my body to heal and generate whatever the medications or the antibodies that is required to heal myself. So this I've been practicing, and even my family is now changed into meditation family. My son is about 15 years. He also practices no medicine, no doctor, self-healing concept. My wife heals herself. So it's been a great journey for myself as a person.
And how is it helping your business, Suresh?
Yeah. So business, what I can say, there are many experiences. So earlier I had to struggle myself to manifest whatever I want, and now it's more like I just think about it. It all aligns automatically. Then empathy and compassion is a natural way of living, and then gratitude comes by itself, right? Any person we meet or I meet, I have a great sense of respect for the person within our organization, right? Because it's like almost like 1,500 people now, and spread across the country, and then wherever I travel, I have to make sure that we all as an aura of an organization should be vibrant, and then there should be a lot of good energies around it, and then creating a sense of protection. A field of protection is very important, where we seek abundance, happiness, and health and prosperity for every employee who works for us, right? So these are some of the things that we actually practice, and then this comes by nature itself now. And also a couple of things like conflict resolution, and then handling a person when we are in conflict, right? It actually doesn't disturb the mind anymore, right? Even if you are in a conflict with a person, right, it resolves very easily. And also I can forgive or forget about the situation, and also bring harmony within us, right? So they could have been a great argument for a cause, but at the same time, it's not truly as a heart to heart. I still connect and vibrate, and I still can say sorry or forgive or seek forgiveness without any effort. So on the face of it, like say when you are in a business scenario, we definitely argue or we debate or we seek the protection and things like that. But when you come back home at your inner space, I can say, please forgive me for my words, or maybe sorry that I have hurt you, and or thank you for giving me whatever I wanted, and let's work mutually. These experiments are really helping me, and this is happening practically in front of my eyes. There's nothing called as a struggle, right? It all just happens, and I'm seeing that the wave of effortless living, happiness, and prosperity.
Thank you, Suresh. Wonderful to know about your experiments. I got to learn that you experimented quite a bit with your body and mind. I think it's a beautiful message for every seeker. It's not taking and say, okay, I'm going to do this half an hour or 10 minutes or 20 minutes and go back, right? Yes, everything has a benefit. Every practice has a benefit. The question is how sincere and serious that we want to go and then go after and then look at and say, what is it that is got for me? That's what I did, friends. When I was into it in 2002 August, I did not leave it for the next 6 months. I was into it deeply, quite deeply. I was into it for 6 months, and I figured, I think a lot of it I figured. I became vegetarian. I gave up any kind of medication. Of course, I understood that, and I stopped blaming others. A bunch of things happened just within that 6 months. And I see that Suresh has done this intense period of practice. Take it. Why not? Why not explore ourselves? COVID is a great boon. It's giving us so much time for ourselves. Thank you, Suresh, and of course, meditation is a weight reduction program. Many people are lost. If they want to lose weight, many people have lost weight using meditation. It's absolutely possible. Everything turns around back to that class on stress connected to meditation and then how things are working. Go back to our second week of sessions around health. Scientifically, how meditation is purely solving everything that we are perhaps going through, both at a stress level, second, even at genetically expressing new codes so that we can rebuild. So it's wonderful. Laurence, any of your comments? And then we'll open up for questions.
Thanks. I like the very, Suresh, the very precise type of example that you gave. And this phenomenal 1 year where you were trying everything, even if possibly people around you felt you were totally crazy to do that. But you kept going, as Patricia is always saying, do your own research. When a meditator, you meditate and then you research your research. So that was a very very interesting experience that you shared. And for me, it gives me even more ideas about exploration, additional exploration. Thank you very much for everything you do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laurence and the friends. So we are over the time. So those of you wanting to have questions, so do stay back. The rest of you are happy to meet you back again tomorrow for a longer meditations on a Sunday. Relax in and go into that space and then meditate. And then thank you also. Anybody have a question, so please do. Our panel, our two guests are there. A lot to learn from them. Morning, we had a whole bunch of questions. We went on for a long time. So it'll be good to have some questions. And I'm kickstarting one. I'm requesting Rakesh to make his observations.
Fantastic sharings. I mean, it's very inspiring. Marce, your practice of mindfulness. I listen to you in the morning as well, and how you're bringing this to the corporate world. I mean, amazing, right? I look forward to your help, right? So as we bring in our own corporates. How we bring in the meditation and mindfulness in the corporate world. Thank you for that inspiration. And Suresh, I think I remember when I started my meditation journey, I think I heard you talk about your meditation experience, and it was very, very inspiring. And I think that was the time I felt that, okay, I need to get all in, right? and your experimentation, I think it's amazing. Right? And I am going through that phase as well in many cases. So I could relate to many of the things that you said. So thank you for sharing.
A bit about yourself, Rakesh, a bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Rakesh. I'm a delivery director at Cognizant for a product group. I started my meditation journey as part of a corporate program in July, and yes, it's been a tremendous transformational journey. Every session is an inspirational session. So
Wonderful. Thank you. Sheetal? Friends, any question to Maise or Suresh? You can keep your questions to me or Lawrence or any of us later to them.
Thank you, Suresh ji, and thank you, Mercedes. It was wonderful, wonderful hearing you. Mercedes, you're full of life, and I learned so many things from you today. The way you transformed yourself, the way you are helping people, and absolutely amazing. And Suresh ji, your experience is fabulous. Yes, I'm from the same community where you have come from, like, hardcore meat eaters, like all 7 days. And after coming into meditation, like within no time, even I became a vegetarian, and I can totally relate with that experience. And lot of many of my friends, they ask, like, how to reduce weight. And they try so many things like yoga, hardcore exercise, but your experience sharing is going to change the game today. I'm going to share it to my friends that, with meditation, you can become whatever you want. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Raghuji. Acharya Raghu. Yes, sir.
Sir, good evening. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
It's an amazing experience, sir. And thanks to everyone, including Mercedes and also Mr. Suresh ji, the way how they are balancing not only that job or finance, even the self-development, even the meditation, spiritual, and also health. And my question to Mr. Suresh, please, even it is coming for individual, everybody said we are doing our best. How he would like to see our India, because he is also the Reiki master and also practicing lot of things. So now the bigger picture is how he would like to see our India, and also what are the current challenges he is facing.
Yeah, so I don't know in what context you want me to answer this. It is more like a geopolitical thing, or what is that you're trying to
Raghuji,
No, it is not political.
there is only no agenda. We all are trying to become the best version of ourselves. That's all. We nothing more.
Because
And
manifestation.
anything more is for every meditator, earnestly they want to see that everybody else becomes meditator. That's it. There's nothing more, right? So naturally, India has to become meditator. So leave that question. So let's focus on what best we want to become. And so I think you asked the questions, what are the challenges? I guess the question to reframe is, how do you handle your challenges? Maybe that's what, let's see.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course, as rightly said by you, Chandra. So definitely we want the whole India, there's nothing called as India as a boundary, right? The whole universe or the whole world has to be meditative, and conscious and mindful, right? So vegetarianism and meditation is the way to go ahead. And we always strive. I will definitely strive myself to ensure that wherever I go, even if it's in a plane or a flight, I teach meditation, irrespective of which country or what creed they belong to. Right? I even remember, like, once I was traveling to the US, a long haul flight on Emirates from Dubai to SFO. Right? They were the air hostesses. They were relaxing for a while, so I could, on the flash, we could make them meditate. So and talk about meditation. There are a lot of countrymen from various countries. They were all sitting at the gallery there, and then sipping some drink or coffee or some fruit or snacks. So we could start discussions around spirituality, various cultures and religions. So that was something which was very amazing. And then on the spot, we could teach meditation, and we could make everyone meditate. From various cultures, someone from Pakistan, Bangladesh, someone from the US, the Christian religion, or anything like that. So we could make the air hostess, they could feel more relaxed. They could feel, they could get out of the stress what they had on the flight. So it's all about, I don't sense, or I personally have lost the interculture, intercountry, or transboundary differentiations. That's all I can say. Whole humanity is one. We all have to be vegetarian, and we all have to be meditative.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. When Lawrence and Mercedes are saying, and Chandra was reminding, even the one person, when he is in there, the entire room will be